What's up, beautiful souls? Hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. Your boy Loon is back with another Reddit read, and today we're doing one of my personal favorites, Tinder. For those of you guys that don't know, this subreddit is full of some of the goofiest conversations, people, and profiles across all the dating apps. Every single time we do one of these, it is always a wild ride because there is nothing like the world that is dating apps. From someone who used to previously be on them, they were pretty wacky and a wild world. Without further ado, let's get into what is the top post of this week. Also, fun fact, it is 2:38 a.m. I'm filming this because I have to drive my parents to the airport in like 2 hours. So I just thought I would just thug it out and stay up. All right, so top post today. She wasn't impressed that I didn't have floor seats for a first date, ... What? Do you guys understand how expensive floor seats are? Especially if it's like a big concert or event. All right, so the guy texts, haha, how about a Spurs game? Oh, dude, if it's a floor seat of a Spurs game, this is gonna be expensive. And literally the first response is floor seats? Lol, no, lower bowl. That's still really good. Oh, that's not impressive. Haha. It's okay. I'm not here to impress anyone. I wish you the best with your search. Good luck. Honestly, respectful response. Let's see how much expensive floor seats are. I'm going to pick kind of a mid game here. We got San Antonio Spurs and Chicago Bulls. Actually, that's not a good one. Let's do at the Spurs. Here we go. Pelicans. Dude, floor seats are literally $1,700 each. Dude, hell no. $1,742. You got me tripping. Yeah, she can go find someone else at that point. Lower bowl for an NBA game is still a lot of money, especially for a first date. That's crazy. Yeah, honestly, I would never think of going to a big sport event for a first date. It's really loud. I guess you can talk, but it's like, you know, you got a bunch of people around you watching the game. And it's also super expensive unless you're going to be at nosebleeds. All right, next one, a random fact. Money sign, money sign, money sign. Okay, so we got a girl's profile here, or I'm going to assume it's a girl based off of this part of the image. A random fact I love is all women are expensive by nature. Just pick one in your price range and stop complaining. See, I don't think that's true at all. I think the whole women are expensive by nature. It depends on the society that you're in and the people that woman is around or the algorithms that she's watching on social media. Because then it's like perpetuates the idea that, oh no, I need a man that needs to do this and that. Because there are a lot of women that out there, especially overseas, that genuinely do not care about money as much as Western culture, at least. And even in the Western society, there are some women out there that are not all about money, guys. Believe it or not, I know, mind blowing. But yeah, let's read this. She didn't mention which price range she is in. Yeah, for all we know, she could be in the Temu section. This next one says, it's so efficient when they show their true colors in the very first message. No time wasted. Honestly, totally agree with this. Saves you so much time. All right, so OP's first message was, what do you do with animal rescue? I run the transport team for a local dog and cat rescue and do a lot of the driving as well. Okay, so trying to connect the two between her job and, you know, the stuff that he does or she. And then the other person says, I'll tell you when you introduce yourself nicely and are friendly. What? What about that first message was not friendly to her? What? Or him? Pardon me? Yeah, wild first message. That's where you messed up, bud. Should have hit him with the classic, hey. Instead, never fails. Yeah, that was actually like one of the better engaging messages that you could send someone right away. Insane. You can't win them all. You do something like this, you get a response like this. You say, hey, and then they're like, oh, why are guys so boring? Or why are girls so boring? Honestly, is always the best policy. So honesty. Okay, let's see. Oh, wow. Right off rip, I gotta blur what he says in the bio. It says, I'm on Tinder to make friends the same way I'm on Corn on the Cob hub to see the plumber repair the sink. Okay, I guess I respect the honesty, but I can't even imagine you getting much likes. Also, let me see if I can show this part of the picture. Yeah, it's a dude sitting on a car and he's got two guys, so you can't even tell who the person is. And he only got 3 photos. Yeah, this can be a tough one for me, but I thought it was a little funny. She only had landscape pics posted. Okay, so this person here only had landscapes, so no pictures of her. And then he said, wow, I can't believe I matched with the beach. I can't wait to see what kind of waves we can create. Can't wait to get wet. And then she sends this like stressed emoji. Oh, brother. I got a like from someone whose only picture was a cloud. It was a slow work day, so I matched and sent a message saying something like, "This will be interesting. I've never dated a cloud before." The response was a message asking if I wanted to talk on Telegram. Yeah, that's a scammer. 100%. They're trying to bring you to like Telegram or WhatsApp. Instant sign. This is the most epic randomness. So we got a 48-year-old guy here. And the about me, or it could be a girl, by the way. I just said guy off rip. I don't know why. All right, about me. 45-year-old human man. Okay, so it is a guy. Hey, maybe I was just good at predicting the future. All right, so 45-year-old human man from birth. So the age is off. Single father of 3. Okay. I like vanilla-based ice cream with yummy stuff in it. Who says that like that? I like vanilla-based stuff with yummy stuff inside it. What kind of stuff? I mean, like, we could be caramel, but it could also be other things. All right, the vanilla brings out the flavor of the yummy added treats more than the chocolate. Dude, what's up with this guy using yummy? Don't get me wrong, chocolate is also a divine meal. Also, I like caramel more than chocolate. But again, I do like chocolate. It's just that in an ice cream form, I prefer vanilla based as the vehicle for whatever the dreamy treats one can imagine. Ice cream. Also, I'm short. 5'6", 170 pounds. Bro, what in the word vomit autism is this, man? This is, I mean, I think it's kind of funny and a little bit charming, but the whole yummy thing is weird. Like, it's honestly funny, but again, that part is just throwing me off. Yeah, 3 miles away, boss at self. What? Okay. Wow. Hey, at least we know what dessert he prefers. Boss of self at self, aka unemployed. DoorDasher. First day on Tinder, one of my first matches. The other person says, "How are you?" The little cute face. "I'm good. You?" "Just got off work and have tomorrow free, so very good." And then the two, honestly, anybody who texts like this with the colon and 3, it just reminds me of like the Y2K days when you were on like Skype or like Uvu messaging like this. So OP goes, "Yo, cute face, what are you doing?" "Driving home. What about you?" "Chilling in bed." Peak. Makes another one of those face. Does the Gangnam style. Okay, this is a weird conversation from both ends because OP is terrible at messaging. The girl's also bad at responding. So it's just dry messaging, terrible conversation. I hate messages like this or like message exchange. Both of you absolutely suck at texting. Yeah, like if you hit them with the "you" or "what you doing," but like it's just not engaging. Yo, LOL. Facebook dating app, no one is serious here. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. Facebook dating is, at least in my experience from when I was on it, the absolute just barren desert, desolate, fallout land type beat of a dating app. All right, we got Kay here saying, "What's your least favorite vegetable?" Okay, interesting intro. "Green peas. Yours? And why?" "Sweet potatoes. And because why start a conversation with something boring? Let's jump in and know each other." Okay. Respect that. "I'm not opposed. Was just curious. Tacos or nachos?" Wait, that's tough. Depends on from where. If we're talking restaurant, tacos. We're talking like frozen or like, store-bought nachos. Because like something about those Lunchable nachos. All right, anyways, she goes nachos, or the other person. "But they got to be the right kind. You ever shopped at Aldi?" Ooh, hold up. Brownie points for this person. I love Aldi's. If I could ever have like a dream sponsorship, that would be one of them. I'm not even sponsored now, but I F with Aldi's, man. They got like the best budget deals and their food is pretty good. All right. Or produce at least. They have these stuffed nachos that are so good. Ooh, I need to find that. Stuffed nachos at Aldi's? What? Dude, I'm totally getting that at some point. OP goes, "I do shop at Aldi's, but stuffed nachos sounds sus." Not to me. You got to expand your horizons. Yeah, for real. Maybe, what do you enjoy doing when you're not at work? Making out with a beautiful black woman? What? Oh, I'm assuming that's like trying to flirt or something, because that's a weird message. Well, hopefully you find one to make out with. Sad face. Yeah, okay, I'm going to guess that this person isn't black, so it's like talking about someone else or something. I don't know. Plot twist, OP is a white woman. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Or maybe it is a black woman, but then like that's still a weird message to say. Nevertheless, it's even weirder if they weren't that person. All right. Assuming follower farming. He unmatched not long after. Hello. Hey, how's it going? How are you doing? Do you mind if I add you on something else? I never get on notifications for this app or never get notifications for this app. Nah, lol. They're not hard to turn on. Phone setting, notifications, Tinder. Yeah, I never got that excuse. Like whenever a girl would tell me back in the day, like, oh, want to add me on Snapchat? I don't really talk on here much. It feels like an excuse just to move it to just Snapchat. You could just be honest, be like, hey, I prefer messaging on Snapchat. Doing the whole like, oh, I don't get notifications. That's pretty silly. All right, a swing and a miss times 2. I have the strangest boner ever. Might want to get that checked out by a doctor. Lol, it was a joke, but as expected, you didn't get. You people never do. Lol. What's you people? What the hell does that mean? Like women, men, Asian, black? What the hell is you people? You people? Dude, I was joking back, but you didn't seem to have the punchline, so I thought I'd tease you a bit, but clearly you didn't get the vibe. Laughing emoji. You could have been like, any chance you were a doctor in your past life? Swing and a miss. Lol, a swing and a miss, quote unquote. The irony of you thinking that was an actual good punchline, smiley face. That was a good punchline. Saying any chance you were a doctor in a part life? You had nothing going for you with that opener, so I fear anything would have been better. Oh, that's pretty savage. What a moron. Poor Sav didn't even try to recover it. Hate to see people shooting themselves in the foot because of the pride or whatever that was. Yeah, it's the pride thing is interesting. And I feel like as you get older or more mature, at least, that becomes less of a thing. But yeah, people are very prideful, especially on dating apps. It just keeps getting weirder out here. All right, let's read this one. So OP goes, oh, and this is Facebook, of course. But there was a time when you weren't celibate, or you mean you've always been celibate. Other person goes, no, once upon a time I wasn't. But now that I am, I want to keep it that way until I'm pushing up daisies. Okay. OP goes, as in never again, or until you find someone special? Because I'm so fascinated, laughing emoji. Why is that? Just curious if you met forever, or do you just until you find a partner? Forever. Dude, so even when you get locked in, you don't ever want to do it again? Huh. I mean, I respect that. Some people out there are asexual, but like that just, it's going to be tough dating. That's all I'm going to say. Some people, you know, unless you find someone else that's asexual, then maybe. I know too much about what men's DNA do to the brain. I don't want that in me. What? Okay. OP goes, wait, what do you mean? What does it do? Thinking emoji. It's basically like a sedative. So it relieves pain. That's why so many delusional people that say no matter what, it's always stays in the brain forever. So now you're literally carrying the person's DNA with you, and traits of them pass onto you as well, good or bad. What? Is this a girl that like reads incel messages or something, like, or posts? Because how did you get that information? What the hell? There is so much more, but since I know to just stay away from it, I'm not constantly thinking about it. Fascinating. How did you come about this information? I heard this from Dr. Amen. Read some peer-reviewed research in the National Institution of Health website. And last but not least, I came from this information by a YouTuber named Priscilla. Wow. Misinformation is wild, huh? Who is Dr. Amen? What's his area of expertise? Also, I'd love a link to this article if you got one. He does a lot of brain scans. I think it's called brain mapping, what he does. Let me find it and I'll send it. Weird. Okay. OMG, she found the incel network and believes it as a woman. Dude, that's exactly what I thought. Dude, okay, I'm glad that the world of Reddit, like, we are all on the kind of the same wavelength with this incel stuff. Because I know incel culture is all over Reddit. And that is so funny because that is something a total incel would say. And like, at least an incel IS type of guy, not a normal incel. I met Dr. Amen for evaluation when I was 17-year-old. The man is a cook. Oh, this is a real guy? Oh, this is like a legit guy. I don't know much about him. Daniel Amen, huh? Man is a kook. His use of a brain scans to accurately diagnose psychiatric disorders is frowned upon by most major bodies in the mental health space. I would run far away from anyone who says they've learned anything from him. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I mean, just be wary of any information you get, especially nowadays, guys. There's AI and all that stuff, so it makes it harder and harder to know what we're reading is like legit or not. Anyways, this is how I get kidnapped, right? Okay. We got someone messaging and saying, I have a question. What do you think about dating two men? Oh, brother. What? OP goes, better now that I'm talking to you, referring to something before them. What does that mean? I don't quite understand the question. Like a three, thing with two men? You guys can fill in the dots there. Like me and my friend Antoine to see you in the same time. Like actually? Yes, and romantically. Oh, interesting. I mean, I'd be open to it if there's some chemistry there. Life's too short not to be open to trying new things. What's in it for you two? Are you two romantically involved? Just best friends. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, if everyone's like consenting, like all the power to you, I just find that kind of strange. Like imagine dating a girl with your best friend. That's weird. I'm just not a sharer. Like I really genuinely get jealous to an extent. I'm not like crazy jealous, but I do get like a little jealous I guess that term jealous wouldn't be it. It would be more like uneasy whenever someone else is trying to come in. So I can't even imagine that. I'm never usually mad at like the partner unless they act upon it. Like then, that's a whole nother problem, which has happened before. Yeah, that was a whole ordeal. Never get with someone that purposely tries to make you jealous. I'm thankful for who I'm with now. But in the past, I've been with some wacky people. Anyways, in this summer's most romantic comedy of the year with Adam Sandler and Rob Schneider, I could actually see that happening. LOL. 420 country mama turned ghetto. Okay, so 27, so just about my age. We got a dirty mirror picture at a bar, I'm assuming. And it's got a sticker here of a sack. Interesting. Okay. Not looking for hooks. I'm a 420 country mama turned ghetto. That is a wild title. Like that sounds like one of those titles that you get in a video game, like or one of those like Marvel Rivals or one of those games, and you get the title on your little call sheet thing. It goes, I'm a 420 country mama turned ghetto. Could also be a great movie title. I'd rather go to the river or on a boat than a fancy dinner. Okay. I'm a lot of attitude and need the right man who can handle my A. Good luck. Oh, and yeah, by the way, I'm pregnant. What? What an ending to that. Like all of it was kind of like, okay, whatever. And then, oh yeah, by the way, I'm also pregnant. Stay-at-home mom at stay-at-home mom. Nice. Double the stay-at-home. What does that even mean? It means swipe left. She's a weed-smoking redneck that started talking like she's from the inner city and not white, and she's seeking someone else who acts and talks like they're from the inner city and not white. Chances are she lives in a trailer park and hasn't seen a ghetto in her life. After that, she still prefers country song activities over traditional dates. She's pregnant, and I promise you it ain't her first time. Wow, what a dissection. What are the odds that that's actually right? I'm going to say like 60% chance. 6 years together and a 2027 wedding planned. It's all started here on Tinder. Oh, that's amazing. Congrats, guys. What a beautiful couple. That's awesome sauce. Aw, yeah, I love seeing these stories. And, I actually did meet my girlfriend currently on dating apps. So it is possible, guys. It's just you have to go through a lot of trial and tribulations. All right, abortion is M, just so you know. Okay, here we go. Someone said, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Please elaborate. And then OP goes, I just have a lot of friends and people I've grown up with that claim to be Christians, and at the same time, they spew hate towards gay and trans people. They worship Donald. I'm going to be careful with that. The leader of America, and take no issue with Israel. I'm also got to be careful saying all this. Unaliving women and children. I grew up going to a Baptist church, and I am pretty conservative, in a pretty conservative household. However, I've become much more left-leaning as I've gotten older. I don't mean to imply I think all Christians are like that. Just wanted you to understand where I stand with some issues. Wow, nice. Okay, that was a bold start. And then they said, so if it came down to pro-life or pro-choice, what would you choose? The decision belongs to women, not the government. I'm not saying I wouldn't be with someone who was pro-life. Yeah, I agree with that. That's the whole thing that I have a problem with. I don't think that I genuinely don't have a problem with the act itself and like the debate itself if women were the ones to decide it amongst themselves. It's the whole involvement of the government. Like allowing the government to decide what we do with our bodies is kind of a breach of privacy and a breach of like power, in my opinion, because it's an autonomy too. And it's only a thing because it's women. If it was men that got pregnant, it would totally not even be like a question. We would just be able to do whatever, you know? And that's the sad truth of it. I think any sane adult think, you know, with a, I'm going to say, you know, normal brave length, if you guys get my drift, should be able to do almost anything with the exception of harming others and, you know, all of that stuff. I don't have to fill out all of that. You guys know what I'm talking about. But like, that's how my take is on even like recreational use of like certain, you know, medications, we'll say. We should lean towards education, not like punishment. I don't know. That's just my whole thing. But anyways, I digress. So the other person, I'm assuming the girl, says, I'm totally against abortion, so I have to unmatch. Or it could be a guy, actually. Now I'm thinking about it. It could be either. Yeah, actually, it probably is more likely to be a guy. I'm totally against A, so I have to unmatch. Okay. Well, it was nice chatting with you. A is murder, so just so you know. Lol, okay. M is not something to lol about. Do better. Laughing face. Honestly, I have no clue. This could be a guy or a girl, because at this point, you really don't know. That's, okay. What a bold statement. And look, if you think that, like, if you're pro-life or whatever, that's fine. You have your own beliefs. I'm not going to judge you on your beliefs. But I also don't think you should judge someone else on the opposite and latter. And then vice versa. There should be an understanding. But when it comes down to this decision making, it should be decided among women. There should be a council of women that decides stuff like that. I am not the guy. I'm just not that guy, pal. But yeah, I'm much more pro-choice. Or actually, what am I saying? I am pro-choice. And I also think it can be silly to fully be pro-life, to say like there is no way. The moment you get like, think about all the situations that girls can be in, or, you know, essay. Like, there's so many. Okay, I'm done. I hate getting political, and I hate that this is even a political debate, because to me it's not. It should be like a human rights debate. All right, Optimus Prime. So the girl says, so that's why we keep matching? You trying to hear me moan your name in bed too, huh? What? No, I prefer other words to be moaned in bed. Oh, do tell. My S name is Optimus Prime. All you got to do is say Autobots roll out, and I'll... Okay, that's actually kind of funny. Since being unbanned, this is 90% of the profiles I come across now. Only interested in generous gentlemen who know how to treat a feminine woman and has a provider mindset. Yeah, it's crazy. This is just so common in dating apps. Did I handle this conversation well? All right, let's judge how well this person handled this conversation. Hello there. How are you? I'm good, just chilling right now. How about you? Good, just bored. And where are you from? Not sure how far you are from me, so I'll just say blank. Smiley face. I'm from blank. So far, it's like a okay conversation. Oh, blank then. Nothing but orchards all around me, so quite a different scene from you. How old are you? 21, and you? You're still a minor, sorry. 21? What? I don't think 21 is considered a minor in any state or country. Because you look so young. Sorry, you look like you're 15. Okay, but you kind of just outed yourself. You just matched with someone that you admitted it to look 15. That's creepy. Hi, I'm Chris Hansen. Oh, thanks, I guess. But nah, I'm born in 2003, so that's crazy to me, guys. Wow. 2003. People are 21 years old. I'm old, guys. I'm unk. Sorry, I just had a moment. So anyways, I'm born in 2003, so I really am 21, almost 22 in a couple of months. Oh, really? Yeah, lol. How old are you then? Can I see a picture of you first? Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. How do you know if they look 15 if you haven't seen a picture of them first? Or are you just asking for another picture? I'm so confused. All right. I have pictures of me on my profile. I don't really feel comfortable sending a picture of myself right now. Why? Because I'm at home in my pajamas and it's not flattering. Why do you want a picture so bad? I need to see who I'm talking with. Okay, this is some creepy behavior here. Like I said, there's pictures of me in my profile, but to be honest, I don't really want to continue this conversation anymore. You've not really shared much information about yourself, been very dry, and started interrogating me out of nowhere and asking about my age. No offense to you, but I'm just uncomfortable now. Yeah, GG. I would do the same. Asking for an Uber on Tinder is crazy. All right, so we got a girl here. Short-term fun, looking for. About me, just a helpless sweet woman in need of a car transport to pick up my bestie from Gornia Airport on Thursday, October 16th, evening around 11 p.m. because it's such a pain to come by public transport. What? You're looking for someone to drive your bestie? What in the world? On Tinder? This is like the worst place to look for someone. And then like, how do you know if they're not like a, really bad person? That's crazy. Somebody will help us to join again after months of living abroad, ? IG. Wow, that is actually insane. Oh, looks like it's in Barcelona, maybe? They should have multiple accounts all asking for the same different favors. Yeah, probably. We only need one kidney. Yeah, she could be the dangerous one. Yeah, what am I saying? I'm actually believing in this story. She probably is. This is probably all a little gimmick here. Anyways, I digress. It is really late. What time is it? Oh my God, it's 3:10. There we go. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and sorry if I was low energy. It is literally 3 a.m. But yeah, I hope you guys are having an amazing time. And if you guys are new to my channel, we do videos like this almost every single day. We also stream and do various other things like video essays and so forth. So make sure you guys stay tuned by hitting the subscribe and notification bell. You guys are amazing. I'm almost at 13,000 subscribers. Freaking awesome sauce. But yeah, I love you guys. Have a great night. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.